Namaste. Very good morning, good evening, dear friends and masters. Welcome to the program Infinity. On behalf of Buddhasya Quantum Foundation, myself Namita Singh welcomes you all. With practice of meditation, the inner chatter in the mind gets silenced. We feel calmness. When we allow our body to rest, the healing comes by itself. Our body is the most sophisticated pharmaceutical in the world. It can produce any chemical at the speed of a thought. As we practice meditation, we start listening to our body. We start understanding our body. We become mindful of the things we do in our day-to-day life. Meditation teaches us to cure what should not be endured. And meditation teaches us to endure that cannot be cured. And now we will learn how regular practice of meditation can enhance our mental power. Yes, dear friends and masters, meditation can do wonders. Closing your eyes, observing your breath can do wonders. From my own experience, I felt a jest. The positivity that I felt was instilled within me. I was able to look up at the challenges as a new recharged person. Challenges will always be there in our life. But yes, we gain confidence. We gain enthusiasm to start all over. We start looking at the things with a new set of positive set of thoughts. Yes, we can do it. That thought we feel empowered with, and things start changing around us. Now, we must see that video and then listen to our mentor. Thank you.
There were a lot of health problems. I was suffering from asthma. I was suffering from sciatic pain. There was a lot of pigmentation on my face, and there was a lot of hair fall also. But slowly and gradually, one day in August somewhere, I heard someone saying that this meditation has helped them, Ana-Pana-Sati has helped them, that they are now not taking any medicine for their diabetes and many type of diseases. So that's why I thought, let me also try. Previously, I was taking asthma medicine. Then in August, September, I stopped taking the medicines. But slowly and gradually, I found that now I don't need the medicine. For last 7 months, I have not taken any medicines, neither for my asthma or anything. And also, I have seen that my pigmentation is slowly diminishing. Hair falls are also stopped. Not this was the health-wise benefit for me of this meditation.
Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Great afternoon, wonderful evening. One of the things that meditation is helping us is to become light in our mind. We become very light. That heaviness to lightness. Illnesses are psychosomatic. All illnesses, or most illnesses are psychosomatic. So if the soma has to get better, the psyche, it means our mind, our intellect, that means the way we think, the way we discern right and wrong, our mind, our thought process, our emotional body, the experiences that are holding on, they all have to change because the body is dependent on all of them. So first thing is to become light with many memories and experiences that may be holding us back. We may be holding them in our mind. Suppressed feelings, many suppressed thoughts, suppressed emotions. We are heavy with all of them. You don't like, let's say, something at office. At a workplace, you don't like things, but you cannot express it. You hold it to yourself. You've done something which you don't like for what you've done, and then you just hold it to yourself. You kept feeling guilty about something, so you hold it to ourselves. The feelings are there of various past experiences, you hold them. Sexuality, it is the most suppressed topic. That's how we hold back any kind of feeling, emotions around it. We hold back. Money, considered greedy. If somebody is talking about money, they consider it a greediness. And so we hold back conversations in many cases around it. While some are holding it back, depending on the conditioning that with which we brought up with. We have interest, but we can't express in the setting that we have. There are a lot of rituals. We don't like them from deep inside because they may not mean much, but then we cannot express because it is considered rebelling against the elders or the family values or the culture, so we have to just take it in. Inside we don't like, but we do things out of fear, out of managing situations, but many things we hold back inside. Now, if you're holding them back, now they're called suppressed feelings, suppressed emotions, small things to big things, everyday life, small things to big things. Small things that are happening in your home, something is brewing between you and a child. It's happening every day, a little bit. If the child expresses, The child feels it can lead to rejection, it can lead to non-acceptance, so they try to suppress it. When the parent expresses, they're worried, will it lead towards withdrawal by the child, and so then they don't express it. And so we keep it to ourselves. The point is that we are keeping many, many feelings to ourselves, not having the courage to express, not knowing how to express it. If we talk about anything around sexuality is being considered big taboo, nobody even talks about it. It's all just suppressed. And so in meditation, now there are two things that are going to happen. When we are regularly meditating, when we are regularly emptying our mind, these things that are suppressed, emotions or thoughts, slowly, either they're surfacing up, either they surface up, or they slowly disappear from underneath. One of the two is going to happen. If they're small enough, they disappear. We won't even realize. Cells that use it or lose it. When we don't use them, we lose them. So some of them, they disappear. Some of them where you have to deal with it. You have to deal with it so that you're not going to face that again and again. Comes up. Some of them that we have to deal with it. So you'll have to deal with your situation in your life there in front with your office colleague. And so rather than suppressing, thinking that, okay, let me not have any discussion in this. They are always seniors, so they're going to win. So I'm just going to keep quiet about it. Now you may have to bring it up. So it keeps coming back up in your meditation. Either it just disappears slowly, or those that are large enough that you must deal with come back up to have a different response now. Listen to it. So a meditator, regularly meditating, maybe start expressing a little bit anger. Sometimes the anger may be there. You're surprised. Where is this anger before? Why am I expressing now? The sexual feelings come back up because we're suppressing all the time. They get released, they come back up. You wanting to celebrate, which you are trying to avoid, comes back up. Wanting to celebrate life, so wanting to go here, there, which you were not able to do before because you were just trying to please people, comes back up because you become more stronger. The thought, feelings come back. The feelings are there for you to experience life, which is a true feeling, but then we're suppressing. Those are mind-driven, they disappear, but those are true to your experience that must be experienced, they come back up. And so they're not wrong. They're not wrong. So when you feel strongly about expressing that anger or expressing that thing to that person, and then now you will muster the courage to live it. So it is natural that some of these emotions that have been suppressed will come back so that you can live that experience. And it is absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with anybody. That is the way we live through. When we live, we experience it, we are done with it. When the stress is released, body health is coming back. And so then our passions come back, give life back again. And so it is okay to wanting to celebrate. It is okay wanting to have that great physical or sexual life again. It is okay. It's not wrong. Where we're withdrawn away from it, now we're coming back, it's not wrong. There's nothing wrong in it. The energy in the body is high. And so naturally, what is natural, innately us comes back up. And so it is okay. We start living true to our feelings. That must happen. The whole idea, so there is heart and mind. We get carried away by what others are saying and doing. So that's not what we want, but we must live true to the feelings from our heart. If you don't like something, we need to be able to express it. If you like something, we want to experience it, we must be able to experience it. We don't have to hold back. So it is normal and common. For example, you're, let's say, walking and home and suddenly somebody just trips. Just feel like laughing. It is a funny way, simple. Now, what do? You hold back. Oh, it is so wrong of you to even laugh at the situation. Just simple things. We hold back. And then instead we go around somewhere and then try to laugh. It's okay, laugh it off. If something funny happens, laugh it off rather than trying to become very serious about it. Simple things that we can't do because others will think bad about you. You are too silly, you don't respect, you don't care, you don't have concern. Not a big deal. If you're seeing a beautiful scenery, a romantic scenery, just living through it, it's not wrong, there's nothing wrong in it. A romantic scenery arouses a feeling in you, and then so living it, nothing wrong. You just have to immediately change the channel because children are there. I don't know, somebody else is there. Oh, this is taboo, this is not good. We don't have to change the channel just because something is coming there. We don't have to change the TV channel. We don't have to change the topic. Living true to a feeling. And so one of them is to dealing with our sexual feelings, dealing with our emotions that could be negatively seen. For example, expressing anger a little bit, where you were holding back constantly. Somewhere you feel that it must be said in that way. And so we must do it. Questioning back to somebody, you may be holding back, but somewhere you feel strongly that I must question back. We must do it. That's when our emotional body becomes more and more free. The feeling mind, when it becomes free, subconsciously we start releasing things that are being held back. Our greatest health is happening when our emotional body is taken care. We start living through the feelings. This has to be well understood. It has to be well understood that because we gain on one side enough courage to live true to a feeling, the other side we have enough energy in the body because it removes the stress, and so then we start wanting to truly live true to our feelings, no matter what that is. We'll understand some aspects of it today. Meditation, while it improves great physical health and energy that we spoke about yesterday, we'll understand there are two aspects to the mind it is doing. One is to build a sound mind, our well-being, greater mental well-being, and then second is mental abilities or mind powers. There are two things happening. One is mental well-being. We have powerful mind, so we don't succumb to pressures leading towards anxiety and depression. So we are able to hold pretty well the thought in our mind, good thought, positive thought. So mental well-being is strong. That alone is not sufficient to be successful. That our intelligence, IQ, what we call, that must be built up quite significantly. So meditation does help to understand this concept between today and tomorrow. Let's go into meditation once again, friends. We're practicing breath mindfulness meditation. Our goal is to be resting our mind for some time. All the magic is happening when we rest our mind every day. So rest the mind, we're of course resting the body beautifully, automatically, because body is function from the mind, other than autonomic functions, everything else is shut off. And so we rest the mind, and the goal of meditation is to rest the mind, and then when you do that, then we are connecting with this quantum field of energy, that super mind, or your super conscious mind, one mind. So how do we do it? With your eyes closed, fingers into fingers, fingers, keep your hands on your chest area, and keep your hands in your lap, cross your feet at ankle. So three things we do as a posture. And then we observe our breath. Then we put up we are, as you see in the picture here, so we are keeping our fingers crossed and keep them in the lap, cross your feet at ankle, close your eyes, remove the spectacles, and then sit comfortably, and then observe your natural breath, anywhere in the nose as a reference point. When you observe the breath, mind becomes empty slowly, and then you experience emptiness, vibration. Anytime you have any involuntary experience in your body and your mind, be a witness to it. It's called meditative state. If you have total emptiness, be a witness to it. Only when you have thought, that time you bring your attention back to the breath. In case you see that there is a thought in your mind, attention back to the breath, and again observe the breath, and slowly, mind is going to empty states. Whatever happens in that empty states, be a witness. If there is thought, attention back to the breath. So we're practicing this called breath mindfulness meditation. This is leading to a great benefit. And then before we do that, we're doing something called heart elevation process to elevate ourselves into a higher emotion, which leads us to a deeper meditative state. One of the states called alpha. So go there, and then from there we do the breath mindfulness meditation, helping us to go into the deep states. So relax yourself, dear friends. Sit comfortably. Relax your body. Dear friends, dear masters, with your eyes closed, specs removed, keep your hands on your chest area. Rest your attention on your sacred heart. And feel your beautiful heart. Feel that seed of all emotions which is nurturing all life. With its energies of love, gratitude, compassion, feel it, dear friends. Recollect that experience from your life, from your past, present, where you felt enormous love, joy, gratitude. Relive that moment and elevate yourself. The more we experience this energy, the more we become coherent with all things and everybody. Allow yourself to direct that energy onto every corner of this planet Earth. To heal, to elevate. Where your attention goes, there the energy flows. And slowly, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. With your fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap, observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath, dear friends.
We are all gods. Let us be with our breath. The breath is our own doorway into our own greatness. Unless we go through the breath, we cannot access our own greatness.
Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath, and allow yourself to slowly experience that emptiness, that sensation inside of you, all around you. Become aware of the emptiness that sensation, that energy inside of you, all around you, as you merge into your breath. as you empty your mind, you experience that greater emptiness where there's no body, where there's no thing. Allow yourself to merge into this emptiness, void, that light. All emptiness is energy. This is the quantum field of energy. With abundance of love, healing, compassion, empowerment, and whatever that you can become aware of. The longer you stay connected to this emptiness, the more you tune in to these energies, the more experiences you draw into your life. you find yourself distracted in thought, go back to observing your breath, dear friends, and allow yourself to slowly find that emptiness. Friends, let's express gratitude to all things and everybody. Gratitude is moving us into coherence. Your gratitude to your parents, to teachers and mentors, to family, friends, colleagues, relatives, everyone in your life. Give thanks to this grand nature, the bird, the fish and the animals, to everything you use, the technology, the system, the companies, the governments support your life in many, many ways. Gratitude to yourself and to this intelligent quantum field for allowing you to experience so much more in this life. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful.
Relax your body.
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful.
Recollect your
I'm
experiences
so grateful.
from this session.
I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me. Gratitude behind me. Gratitude to the left of me. Gratitude to the right of me.
And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds. And then you may open your eyes. Okay, friends. Hope you enjoyed the session. The emptiness that we are talking about is exactly that, void of any places, people, things. Many times this question comes, what is emptiness? How do I visualize emptiness? We don't visualize emptiness. We experience emptiness. Emptiness we experience not through our senses, but through our awareness, which is beyond our body, where you know how to place your attention, where the attention is your thought. Or now, when you are empty beyond your body, you are away from your conscious mind, but you are bringing your attention, what we call, through your superconscious mind. Conscious mind activity is fully down. When we move away from our regular thought, by observing the breath, thought is going away, which means the conscious mind activity is going away. We observe the breath slowly, slowly, as our attention is here, all the activity of the mind, which is going away, which means the conscious mind activity is going away. And as that is going away, and which means everything about the form, the notion of our existence is going away. And so then, when everything is going away, then we experience a state of emptiness where no people are there, no place are there, no things are there. We experience it. And so we want to be in that state, if you recognize that there is emptiness, you want to be in that state. Just the way when you go to deep sleep and you come back, you know that something's told you that you had a good sleep. You felt good. Something is telling you felt good, had a good sleep, which is called awareness. Something is watching you. And so the same awareness is here, observing us. Becoming empty, experiencing an empty state. So we are experiencing, we're not visualizing, we're not creating empty space. Instead, we are experiencing as we observe the breath, mind is slowly becoming empty of thought. And so then we start experiencing that emptiness, which can have any of its colors. It can be anything that you feel. The characteristic is no people, places, things in it. No memories that are coming up from your past or present, future. You're not visualizing about your future there. That is an active mind process. Your conscious mind is great at play, visualizing your future. You're not doing that. And that's not emptiness, that's not meditation. Meditation is where you're experiencing nothing around you. Or when you experience the nothingness, then you potentially start connecting in this quantum field of emptiness, an involuntarily something that you don't know of. It's called a past or future experience that you don't know of, involuntarily, where you know that you're not doing it. Involuntary movement in the body, involuntarily. So that is called a meditation experience, where it is coming through your superconscious or from this field of some past, of some potential future, a symbolic something, a vision. You know it, you're not visualizing, you know you're not hallucinating about it. And so then that is a meditation experience. So we want to be observing it. So when in doubt, whether it is a thought, am I cooking it up? Am I visualizing that Shirdi Sai Baba showing up to me? Am I visualizing my grandparents, somebody showing up to me? If you think you're just projecting, ask yourself, is it real that you're projecting something of that nature? When in doubt, continue with it. And in doubt, give the benefit of doubt to that experience. Think that it is an experience. Continue with it when in doubt. When you know for sure it is your thought, that is the time come back to observing the breath. But when you're doubt, oh, it's a thought, is it actually, am I thinking, or is it something happening? Continue. Why not? Because we tend to doubt too often what is being experienced. And so give the benefit of doubt towards assuming as if it's an experience that is happening to you, and then continue. In 1970s, a Harvard professor called Dr. Herbert Benson. So many people are coming to him, and then he thought 50% of the people coming to him, when they were looking to him to see him, mental wellness. So when people are coming to him, and then he was a psychologist, he was coming to him, and he saw that 50% are got anxiety. Anxiety is led from stress. When you have uncontrolled, thought that is happening again and again, that is stress. We talked about this Monday. And then if it is uncontrolled, it moves towards anxiety. I said many people are having this anxiety problem. What can I do? Is there a way I can solve this? Then he said, let me apply. So somebody got to know, of course, you're studying meditation, mindfulness can help. And he said, if the body can relax, it's called relaxation response. The body can relax. Anxiety means, mind has become very, very weak. Mind has become very, very weak because it's just uncontrollable thought. Uncontrollable thought is now anxiety, which is leading towards a lot more biologically, physiologically, a lot more medical conditions. Leading to depression over a period of time, it means that then you have potentially depression, from stress to anxiety to depression. Depression means then you potentially have harmful thoughts about yourself, and then become violent, little physical. All these things are there. Everything starts from mind. So he said, how can I fix the anxiety? And then he found meditation can give a great relaxation to the body, a relaxation response. So to bring the mind back under control when you meditate. So he wrote a book that time after doing some research called Relaxation Response. Now, of course, there are several studies subsequently, but Herbert Benson, one of the initial psychologists, talked about how meditation helps create a sound mind, removes anxiety, and so then eliminates a lot of cases that may go into depression. So let me put up a chart of a powerful thing about this relaxation response, which is talking about, it's not, we talk about this, but then here is a chart now. It's an eye chart, a little bit, particularly if you're doing through mobile phone. Left side to right side, before meditation and after meditation. The stress response within the body, characteristic of being overstressed. On the right side is relaxation response within the body, characteristic of a typical practice of meditation. Means somebody is very relaxed. Clouded thinking, panic attacks, migraines, overeating, lack of focus, mood swings, teeth grinding. Cortisol, of course, is there. We talked about this. Faster breathing, shallow breathing, breathing fast and a very, very little bit of air that's going in, coming out. Cold hands and feet, anxiety and depression are happening, faster aging, addictions, low energy, fight or flight mode, weak immune system. And so dealing towards fibromyalgia, diabetes, chronic fatigue, diseases like cancer, many things can happen. And the mind is not sound. You're not able to get over things that are happening in our life. Versus a relaxation response, then the health improvements we talked about on Monday, the DNA telomerase repair, which is important for the cell replication, so longevity, sense of well-being, sleep improvements. Yesterday's newsletter covered that about sleep improvements. Hormones normalize, feel-good hormones. We're going to talk about less addictions. So there are any number of benefits when we meditate. So it's just bringing something called relaxation response. You can also term it as activating the parasympathetic nervous system. Meditation activates that nervous system, parasympathetic, which is relaxing the body, the cell, the everything. And so then it has this wide effect across the board onto the physical body health, into sound mind. and into emotional body health, into mental abilities, for example, learning increasing, better problem solving. Relaxation Response is a book that Dr. Herbert Benson wrote that time. Now, of course, this is covered through many modern research. And so the key aspect I want to bring through this slide is that meditation is developing a sound mind. Anxiety is dropped, depression is eliminated, addictions. When we miss control of our life, then of course we get stressed, and then so we lead towards addictions. We want to escape from the pain of not having control of ourselves. And so we go into some addictions. We go into the substances, alcohol, drugs. If not those, then we're going after cheese, caffeine. Somehow always trying to have something which sort of gives us an escape mechanism. And so then this relaxation response seems to, one of the bullets there, less addiction, seems to reduce the addictions, cravings, seems to reduce them. One of the reasons why it's doing is this. These feel-good hormones are increased by meditation. A reward chemical, a love chemical, a mood-changing chemical, pain-relieving chemical. Now, these are all essential for a strong mind. So whatever that, if we are rewarded regularly by meditation through this dopamine chemical, then we're not self-critical of ourselves. You know, if we are wanting to be very disciplined, but we can't do it. And so we start being critical. We look at other people, they're quite disciplined, they're getting things done, getting work done, but we seem to procrastinate. But with meditation, of course, it reduces procrastination, the laziness, but most importantly, it is providing the reward chemical, so makes us feel complete. It doesn't make us feel like we are less of something. It makes us feel like, yes, I can, even though I didn't complete it, but let me continue forward, because it has, by default, has this dopamine chemicals. It feels you rewarded, feels you happy with whatever you've done so far. If we worry and if you just criticize about yourself, our state of being perpetuates itself into our daily experiences, so we create more of it, not being able to complete more of it. Our thoughts and feelings creating outer reality. We're going to learn some of it next week, but that statement is constantly coming true in everything that we do. So depending on how we think and feel about ourselves, if we criticize yourself, if we say that I'm not good enough, I can't do it, and I just don't seem to have focus, I can't attend well, and so then all of them are leading towards less and less performance. And so reward chemical helps you to sort of drive forward, go forward, even though we perhaps are not doing pretty well in the eyes of measurement of the system. So when these are there, all these chemicals, then we are happy for no reason. We are naturally trying to extend help to others, as opposed to blaming and saying that, okay, they're not supporting me, they are the ones who are causing. So that love chemical, oxytocin. And so these four together, and there is also more, something called Ananda mind, takes us into blissful states. that feels so good inside that any other experience outside is in pale comparison. And so then we stop looking after unwanted comforts, the comforts that we think are really going to make us happy. So it just creates a very sound mind. The mental well-being is strong for people who are regularly meditating. We're okay if people recognize our work. We're okay if they don't recognize our work. We're okay if people come and then cooperate with us. We're okay if they don't cooperate with us. We're not worried. We're okay if we're able to finish what we wanted to do. We are still okay if we couldn't finish what we want to do that day. We learn to live with our body's imperfections. There always a problem somewhere, but this pain relief, which is helping, the chemical endorphins are helping us to relieve with all those little things that are there in the body. And so we are emotional pain relief. Somebody is saying something to us that we just are holding it into our hearts. But these endorphins sort of relieve us from these. And so meditation is making us developing a strong mental well-being. A great physical body, physical health. And then we talked about the 3 types of energies, the prana that we receive. So we are quite energetic. And then getting stronger and stronger in our mind. Having that mastery of this thought because of these, primarily these multiple neuropeptides, are the chemicals that are masking of all those problems that we think are really big. No problems are created as problems, so meditation is helping us with these. As a sound mind is a beginning for wanting to participate more, wanting to take on more things. First, physical health is required. Of course, mentally, we've got to be very strong. We should be able to handle the pressures around. We should be able to handle the failures very well. Whatever that we consider failures. First of all, there's no failure. But then when we compare within a system, hey, you're supposed to meet up to this percentage or this percentage, this mark, you couldn't do it. Okay, I couldn't do it. Doesn't mean that world is ending. I got another attempt, I'm going to try it again. So that mind has to be strong to go negative versus saying that, okay, that's fine, so let me go back and attempt it again. It's a different approach. So depressions and anxieties we've seen people who come here and then who practice meditation able to heal. But what is required? We got to continue to have this regular practice. We just have to be in the practice. Just the way daily food is required, daily prana, if we believe daily prana is necessary, to whatever degree we believe it, then it's required. And so then daily meditation is necessary to create this beautiful, strong mind. We'll talk about how a regular meditation is increasing the intelligence of the mind tomorrow. If any announcements, Namita Madam, otherwise we'll take some experience. Everybody would like to share their journey so far in this program, and we're good to hear.
Yes, sir. Just only one announcement. The participants who had opted for the Buddha CEO Practitioner Certificate Program, announcement is for them. The quiz for the week first has been sent to your registered emails. Kindly do attempt it and send it back in 2 days. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, madam. Thank you, dear friends. We are at 7:30 India time. So those of you planned time till this time, thank you much. So we will continue tomorrow in the health week. In manifestation, that means if you want to experience things the way you want them, and so one of it is to develop that single point focus. And single point focus is achieved when we have a sound body and mind. And so this week we are covering all of that. If we are convinced sufficiently, then of course, then we'll continue to practice it without giving up. So that's the idea. So we'll see you tomorrow. And then those who want to share or have questions, we'll take them in a few seconds. Thank you.
What do I want? What do I desire? What will bring me to my highest good? What do I want? What do I desire? What will bring me to my highest good? Prosperity, prosperity. I claim it, I claim it. Abundance, abundance is mine, is mine. Love, love flows through me, flows through me. I feel joy, all the time, all the time. I can have it, I can have it. I deserve it, I deserve it. I claim it, I claim it. It is mine, it is mine. I can have it, I can have it. I deserve it, I deserve it. I am it, I am it. It is mine, it is mine. Peace, peace fills my heart, fills my heart. I surrender, everything.
Okay. Yes.
Yes, sir. We have Harvinder Kaur, ma'am. Please unmute yourself.
Unmuted, ma'am.
Yes, we can hear you, please. Yes, you can ask.
Good morning, everyone. And what I want to share is yesterday I had written that I had got up at 4 in the morning, and yesterday only I came to know. At that time I didn't know when I got up that because of improvement in quality of sleep, you need less sleep. So I had gone back to sleep. I work usually till at least 1 o'clock at night. Today again I got up at 4 and I tried to sleep till 4:30. But then I was feeling so fresh that I couldn't sleep. So like now my need for sleep has decreased, which I feel is good because I can, put in all the more effort without feeling fatigued. But is it good for the long run?
How will you know?
I don't know, sir. Because we
Experiment. The whole program, we want us to understand that each of us have our own body with our own requirements, right? If you understand the science that if sleep brings rejuvenation to the body, sleep brings rejuvenation to the body, and going into a dreamless sleep or another deep sleep is important every day, so that then sufficiently enough time you spend in that state to rejuvenate the body. And as long as you get through sleep or meditative sleep, meaning meditation taking you to the sleep states. So you are sufficiently energizing your body because it is taking us into the theta delta states, somewhere which are considered those dreamy sleep and then sleep states. And so then why not? Why not? So how do we know? Experiment for yourself. What we do know, and then with a large number of people, is that when you are feeling fresh in the middle of the night, we're a regular meditator, and a few days later, like it happened in my case, it happened with many, many people's cases. Rather than forcing ourselves to sleep, we use it. And then in a few weeks later, you will know that your body is supporting or not. If the body is supporting, continue. How do you know? There's no fatigue. You're active, energetic. We don't get, this whole thing. You got to develop confidence about yourself and then stop going for unwanted tests. Because sometimes the machines are erratic. We have so many cases. The machine says that, oh, you have your hemoglobin level is so low. Erratic conditions have been somewhere detected. The thing is, we will start in a period of time, we'll start tuning into your body. You'll know your body is, you feel good in your body, then you're good, isn't it? And you feel you're good in the body, you feel energetic, you are actively doing things, you're not falling sick on one side. If you fall sick, you're healing yourself. So all of these are good indicators of your body totally in beautifully working. And so then you continue with it. It's like that. It's an experiment.
Thank you, sir.
When you have the doubt, you have to experiment by yourself. No amount of explanation saying that this is going to be good is not sufficient, is not going to help.
Yes.
Because for everything I tell you, there are 10 other people will tell you that's not good for you, what to do.
Yes, sir.
Shall I speak?
Yeah. Yes, Sachin. Yes.
Okay. Good morning and good evening as well as. My name is Sachin from Nepal. Actually, I'm experiencing amazing. I'm new for this meditation. Ever I was not meditated regularly, or sometimes I practice, but I don't have any knowledge about that. So this time I'm attending all classes from the beginning. So I get amazing feelings. So my mind was so quickly decided, and I was so hurry every work. I want to do it fast. So as well as I was speaking also. Once I meet someone to speak very fast like that. But after this meditation, I'm just feeling so keep calm, and I can stay one place for a long time. So it's very amazing things happening inside me. But still, I have some doubt that while I start meditating, but different kind of thoughts are coming and going. So I would like to ask that is it natural, or I have to do some more effort, or I am doing right way or not? It's my doubt, but I'm feeling quite better than previous, but it's still it's happening inside me while I'm doing this meditation. My thought was, while I sitting for meditation, I thought that I will become calm and everything will be silence, but it doesn't happen on me because I'm thinking something, and some thoughts are coming and going, and while I concentrate on
So
my
the question
breathing.
is, what's the question? The question is that you're saying one side you're feeling good, but other side you're having a lot of thought. Is that how you characterize the
No,
question?
actually, sir, it's a little bit, it's improving. But while I'm on the doing on that meditation, the thoughts are coming, so many thoughts are coming, but I'm thinking that I would become calm and silent, and my mind should be very silent. It will happen while doing this meditation, the thoughts will come always. It becomes somewhere it will become
Yes.
stop or not.
Thoughts
Yeah.
can continue to come.
Yes, sir.
Thoughts can continue to come. Okay. If you're
Yes.
feeling good means you are, of course, and everybody is, whether they feel good or not feel good, but everybody goes into those thoughtless states every now and then. And that will have a good effect on the benefits of meditation. We can be realized just through that. But these in-between thoughts keep coming. Having an empty mind throughout for this full 40 minutes, 45 minutes, if it happens, enjoy it. If it happens, enjoy it. It can happen anytime. It may not happen at all for a long time. Either way, recognize that it's common, that thoughts will continue to come, they keep coming. Okay? If you are actively involved in day-to-day work, so many things go on, and which is the right thing to do to experience more, and so thoughts will keep coming. And so we are working to practice to rest the mind. So over a period of time, we get better. Like any skill, you'll get better with it too, for a period of time. Okay, where now if it takes some time, let's say it takes 5 minutes to settle the mind, in future, it may take only 20 seconds to settle the mind in the beginning to start with. Right? Now it takes, when a thought comes, now it takes a long time before you become aware of it to bring back your attention to the breath. In future, you may get to know about it fairly quickly to bring back your attention to the breath. And so then you go back to the emptiness. So these trainings will happen over a period of time. And so it is very common to initially feel, and it is common even after a long time to continue to experience thought. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thoughts are there does not mean meditation is not good. So these two have to be delinked. Because we very quickly try to analyze and say, oh, full 45 minutes of empty mind and has a great meditation, some thoughts here and there, or many thoughts in today, and so then not a good meditation. We got to really, really, really separate. I'll tell you why. Suppose we had a potential deep state for just a few seconds, and then we just been having full of thought potentially. That few seconds, if we gone into a gamma state, a state where it's a peak performance state, where we are in this quantum field of empty states where we don't have time into picture. And so in that 5 seconds, a gamma state can do wonders in whatever that's doing to the brain. 5 seconds of gamma state can do wonders. Then rest of the 40 minutes where we may be thinking and thought and all that. So we conclude that we just had thought, and so then it's not a good meditation. Although there might have happened, a total rewrite would have happened. A rewrite and erasal of a lot of memory that's unwanted and across the mind in a gamma state. And so we got a de-link. The amount of emptiness or calmness that we felt today in a meditation to any kind of benefit that we receive that day, or vice versa, right? So what do we do then? We stop analyzing unnecessarily. Instead, we just say, okay, meditation, I did it. Did I sit? Did I finish? Yes, I did. Thank you. Beautiful. I got another opportunity to meditate today. I love it. And then I get up and then be done. Not analyze any meditation. If you know some physical posture you didn't do right. You got some new headset, it just, all those things, you fix it. It is not clear. You sat down at a certain pose where then some too much light is coming onto your face, you felt just a being, okay, fix all of that, because we keep changing potentially environment, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
We have Suman ma'am. Please unmute yourself.
Yeah, thank you for this letting me speak. First of all, a lot of gratitude for, the way you guide us, and I'm benefiting a lot. Number two, I have great admiration for you for following your heart and, setting up Pyramid Valley. You're in the steps of Bodhisattva, not spreading that knowledge with such a missionary zeal. I really admire you. Having said that, I have one small query because I'm a little bit confused about what you said. On the one hand, you keep saying accept everything, and I understand that because I've been practicing that for a week now, and it helps me. It helps me not to react, right? And then today you come up and say things like, but when you have these feelings, you must make your point. You must, go ahead and fight for yourself. Somewhere
Make your point, but accept what comes back to you.
These don't square. Doesn't square.
You don't have to.
Acceptance and then making your trying to fight for yourself. They don't square.
They don't.
No.
Express.
Practically.
They don't have to square. Express, because that is still important to release your feeling. Unless you ask.
So when you're expressing, you're not accepting?
Not necessarily.
Of course.
Express what you need, what you feel right, but accept what comes back to you after that.
So then accept the no.
Accept the no. Be ready for it. It's not a rejection on you.
But accepting the no means then what was the point of making your point?
Because if you don't do it, then you'll never get it. It's pretty simple, right?
But then you may be against a wall. Some people, you're against a wall, You speak
that is intellectual reasoning, madam. That's intellectual reasoning.
I've experienced
that against the wall, what we think. Against the wall, what we think. We had a German leader in my past company. We thought just by characterizing based on experiences, because the way they were there, that, okay, they will never take meditation because they're so away from their current thinking rational. Anybody can become a meditator, but not this person. This is how we thought. This is how somebody was telling me when I went to the organization. Because they had experience, right? And I was there in the system for so many years. Their experience very, very, I feel like an emotionless and straight and cutthroat, and only wants numbers and results and never go and do other things. But exactly 2 years later, the same leader stood up on the stage and then talking about meditation to people. People will change. We have seen it again and again. It's just our intellectual reasoning that they won't change. You got to experiment.
One more thing I have a problem with, that maybe it is not good to be a perfectionist. Actually doesn't. When you're a perfectionist, maybe it's not good to be a perfectionist.
There is no perfection.
Because you can't carry people with you and then you waste energy and what's the point,
There is no perfection. There is only excellence. You keep improving from what you've done to the next.
But expecting
because perfection means an end state.
Expecting perfection from others, that's wrong, right?
You can only expect from yourself something better, but then when you look at allow failures to happen, allow imperfections to happen to others, because they're also evolving, and we might have become very good at something, but they are coming up, right? They're coming up.
But then you end up filling in for them. So maybe you should not be a perfectionist. You understand the time, the energy. If you're a perfectionist,
so why do you want everything to be perfect? Why do
Why?
you want everything to be
Because you
perfect?
submit a proposal, don't you want it well written? Everything there? Come on, I mean, you're
Then you help.
it.
Then
Sorry?
then you feel the team is not adequately skilled, then you complement them with your support, or then bring a new team member who is matching up to skill, and then you'll
Which you
find that
need
they won't be.
funds, for which you need funding. Well,
Madam,
anyways.
so it's like this. We are like attracts like. So based on our thought and feeling, we attract certain people into us. We cannot disown them. So within
The people
what
we
we are in
hire,
our
we
group,
attract. The people we
well,
hire, we attract.
of course we
The
do.
people we hire, we attract. Why? You get their CVs in your email. You're not attracting them. The CV came and so you interviewed them. Come on. How come
You are
I
the one who took a
attracted them?
decision. You are the
Sorry?
one who took the decision. Who agreed?
No. I did not attract them. I simply posted that we need somebody, and then somebody applied. So somebody who applied, and then we took an interview and got them. I mean, we didn't attract them. They came.
First of all, you shortlisted because you have so many decision points in that example you're giving me. You have so many decision points where you can reject. Right?
Yeah, obviously.
You interview, you decide, you accept, right? And so
But
everything
I didn't
is
attract
you.
the person. I didn't attract. You're saying I attracted the person. They sent their
Yes.
CV. I didn't attract the person. I just they wanted a job. They applied for the position. So I don't understand this attraction business here. How did I attract them? You said no, like attracts like. Then maybe they should have been like me. So people like me should have applied.
Yeah, they like you are coming
Making
around you.
sense.
We think that we are too intelligent, we're too perfect. That's what we're trying to tell. We constantly only find points other side, but we don't look into ourselves. So when we start looking into ourselves, we start recognizing that what we have is a mirror in others. This is a different work, madam. So we got to look into ourselves. Then we'll slowly understand that, okay, so a lot that I need to change, not others. If I'm too perfect, I don't allow others to be that. And there's nothing like that. If ultimately it's about getting work done, then we got to bring the team along. There are many ways. Of course, you can try to match up to your active level by looking at and then trying to, you'll probably never find that. And so look at and say, how do I bring them up to speed? And how do I allow them to be what they are so that they're more inspired to do more things the way you want them? Everything that we are having around us, the qualities and others are reflected through others. People around us are mirrors of our qualities. This is a work that needs a lot more reflection. This disturbs our personality. Nobody is ready to accept and say, hey, did I attract the person who is irritated? Our subconscious is reflecting our moods through the people and situations around us. Our subconscious is reflecting our moods through the people and situations around us.
So in other words, I am responsible for the imperfection of others in my team. Right?
Why don't you experiment?
And that's what you're saying.
Why don't you experiment?
With what?
Experiment about, think about this now.
What?
Think about changing your thought to them and say, I'm allowing them to, because they may be less skilled, and then so start changing the thought and say, my team is standing up and then doing great work into whichever way you want that. Just change the thought rather than saying these guys are just doing imperfect, they're just not delivering. I have to tell them, I have to go on supporting them. Just change your thought. And so my team is coming around doing their best, and then they are working towards delivering to my satisfaction. Just change your thought. So, and let's talk about this in 30 minutes.
In other words, when I get into my empty space next time, I put this into that, right? The next time I get into
whether empty space or it's like an intention, suppose you're going into a meeting
But it's
you are
stronger if
communicating
it's
with
in the
them.
empty space, right? It'll be a
What's that?
stronger intention if I put it in the empty space. When I experience that empty space, which I do because of you, I mean, through the meditation. So maybe I should put this intention there, right?
That's what I'm trying to tell you, madam.
Okay.
So meditation, you continue. Finish your meditation. Next week, we're going to learn a process where we are doing a visualization segment. You can add into it there if it is sufficiently large enough for you. It's important. Otherwise, I'm saying that in your meetings, when you go into your office, when you're interacting with the team members, just change your thought. Just change your thought and towards what you expect them, not what they are behaving to be, or the way you think. Change your thought to what you expected. And so then you see what the outcome is going to be for a period of time. Once you change our thought, people around us change.
I'll try.
But that,
I'll try
but
and
that we
let
have
you
to
know if
accept.
it works. I'll try and let you know if it works within a month.
Madam, don't try to prove to me.
I'll try.
I'm not a beneficiary here. Don't try to prove to me, right? Let's go to the next one.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks.
Yes.
Thank you.
Arpita ma'am, please unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Can you switch your video on, please?
Due to some reason, I won't be able to. So, thank you for the sessions, sir. And I have one question that last week I have understood that the pain in the body are psychosomatical. So, I have knee pain, and I had asked one of the master that what do I learn from this knee pain? So he said that you have to move forward with whatever issues you have. Now I lost my husband in this COVID situation, and still I'm unable to come out of that. And only that during that period I started this knee pain, and it's getting worse day by day. So I just want to understand that what do I learn from this pain and how do I release it? I'm trying on my own, but I'm unable to. So request some guidance from you, please.
Well, since when have you been meditating, madam?
I had, because of some issues, no, I'm not meditating regularly. This course, what it started, that's the beginning of my meditation.
Yes, yes. So here is the thing. You continue your meditation. Regularity is important, all right?
Okay.
So that's one. And second, these books that we recommended, we got to increase our knowledge around acceptance, right? Now, whatever that's something. And then read a book called You Heal Your Life by Louis Hay. Okay?
Okay.
Louis Hay, You Heal Your Life by Louis Hay. And then look at some suggestions that are given, and then they'll give you some specific ideas of how you can turn it around with some potential affirmations. Just the beginning of this work. Okay, that's just a pointer. It's not necessarily the solution for all. Okay.
Okay.
But just first continue your meditation and then continue these sessions. These sessions are telling us to accept the way it is. Life is not end of it all because somebody is left. We're trying to understand that you are complete by yourself. You are complete by yourself. When we recognize that we are complete by ourselves, and then we start taking around situations, then obviously many things will go away. Body starts responding pretty well when we don't resist what is coming in our way. And so these sessions will help, the knowledge will help, and that book will help you. But practice regularly, and then you will definitely get through this pretty easily. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
But you have to be sincere about this practice. Okay. If while sitting down is a problem, you can, I don't know, if the physical challenge is there in the posture, you can lie down and do it too.
Also correct.
Yeah. Physical challenge there, you can lie down and do it for initial days until the time where your body starts supporting to sit down. Then sit down, come back to same posture until the time you can lie down and do it. in a comfortable posture, whatever that's comfortable to you. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, Varsha, ma'am, please unmute yourself. Varsha, can you please unmute yourself?
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Yes.
Very good morning to Chandra sir, Namita ma'am, and all my fellow beings. Actually, I wanted to share that I am having a wonderful journey, and I shared many things with Namita ma'am as well, and like it's being really very good with this flow. But the only question that I have today is, sir, sometime back you just mentioned that matlab, visualizing something is not meditating. So can you please explain this point a bit more?
The crux of the meditation we're doing is to empty our mind, which means not have any active mind process. Visualization is a mind process, a conscious mind process. Okay. When I say
Okay.
meditate, when I say meditate, I'm saying that we go into the empty states.
Okay,
Okay.
but if something pops up, matlab, if I haven't done it, means if I know that it's not in my control, then is it meditation?
Yeah. So when you are emptying your mind, and as you empty your mind, then you start connecting through you start connecting the quantum field or the super conscious mind, that one mind. You start connecting and receiving a few information. And so that might show up as what we think as a thought. So this is where I was trying to explain it. When inwardly things come to you and you know, for example, you're suddenly in some Alps mountains, you and somebody doing something, you know that it is not your thought, because you never even thought about what that is. You're seeing Machu Picchu pyramids. You know you've never even gone and looked at what that is, but you see some pyramids, right? And so then you know that it's not your imagination. When you don't know anything about and you don't know about anything, how can you imagine? So there you know that it is not your thought. It is something that is coming up to you. And so those are your meditative experiences. Observe them. Observe them. But on the contrary, you're planning a trip to Himalayas, and so your meditation mind is calm and then going empty. Then suddenly your trip comes to your mind, and then so you start visualizing how you're going to go there and then be in that place and do that's visualization, because you read about it, and so that is coming to you. So you start visualizing how this place will look and all that. That's your mind process.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you so
All
much.
right.
Sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Ashok, sir. Please unmute yourself, sir.
Sir, namaste.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste, sir, and Namita madam. Namaste, and all masters. Sir, since I am meditating last 7 months, when I don't resonate or agree with the other person, for example, my wife or my family or friends, my response is, earlier I was either reacting or I was keeping in my mind. Now I am responding like this, that dear, I understand what you are saying, but I do not resonate, I do not agree. And I will then do whatever is in the larger interest and overlook very small things. Small things I will agree what other is saying. So it is helping me, sir, in the relationships. This is what I am saying, and it is working very beautifully. And second thing is, sir, that earlier I was perfectionist, and I have getting a lot of tensions and a lot of stress. And now what I do, I finish my work about 80-90% okay, excellence, and then I improvise if I feel need of it. It is also helping me, sir. So that is what I want to say. It is really working, and I think the meditation and my calmness is responsible for it. That is helping.
Two things have happened.
Yes, sir.
Your acceptance level has improved.
Yes, sir.
And second, we understood that everybody is at different levels of skill.
Right, sir.
Everybody is at different levels. And so we allow imperfections to happen, meaning imperfection is relative to what you think that should be, right? So that is called again acceptance. And why is it happened? Because your knowledge level, our knowledge level has increased, saying that one single statement that everybody are evolving to their own, everybody is doing their best at any given time. They don't have, they are working, and the very fact that they're in your circles, they're trying to do their best, and they have their own challenges. And so then they may not necessarily be in their best the way you think they are. And so this allow them to be what they are. So you understood additional knowledge that we allow people to come up at their own pace because they have their journey, right? And we understood another point, that by helping others, my happiness quotient is increasing.
Right.
My environment, if it is raising up, then I can have a better experience. If the environment is too low, then I cannot have better experience. It goes without saying, in a workplace, in a family. If they're at one level of understanding, you're another level, then ideas don't match. So we understand that automatically by lifting them up. And so this way the help to them is coming to help ourselves. It's really help to others is help to ourselves.
Yes,
in many ways, right? So that is another understanding. And so then meditation naturally is helping us to sort of assimilate this knowledge and then implement it.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
So
When we increase our understanding, like this, expressing our feelings is only going to help us. Our feeling that, hey, it would be nice if you have done this way rather than holding back is good. But then we must be ready to accept. Next time they may not still be taking it and then doing the way we expect them, but ready to accept, because they also take their own time to evolve. Nobody is perfect, that they're evolving. But expression will help. But then our understanding must increase too. Otherwise we'll be very frustrated.
Sorry, sir. And expression after understanding others' perspective, that helps. First of all, why other person is saying like that, and why I am not resonating with him or her, if that is taken into consideration, then there is no argument, sir. There's only a discussion.
That's what will happen.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying.
Yes,
the
sir.
more you increase your knowledge,
yes, sir.
The more you increase your knowledge, you increase your understanding.
Right, sir.
The way you act, respond, situation will change. Your feelings will change.
Right.
Earlier, if you thought that everybody must do with discipline like that, at 7:30 I'm coming, they must come. That's your understanding. That no, I must hold people to this. If I'm able to come, busy person, they should come and hold to it, right? And so you have a different kind of expression. Your feelings are different because your understanding is different. Now your understanding changes, and your feelings will change. Okay, fair enough. I know he has a big personal problem, so he's bound to come a little late every now and then. That's okay. You have a different feeling. The moment your understanding changes, you have a different feeling.
Right, sir.
It's all tied to your understanding.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
But at any given time, it's all tied to your understanding. But any given time, the best way to live is to live to your feeling. While parallelly we keep pursuing to increase your understanding. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They're again two different things. Okay, we continue to evolve, continue to increase the knowledge, so that we change the way we respond. But in order to be happy, in order to not create tension in our body, keep expressing your feelings. That's okay. It causes friction, but then as you increase your knowledge, your expression will change over a period of time. but at least you are free of the tension in your body.
Yes, sir. We
Thank
have
you, sir.
Shankar, sir. Please unmute yourself.
Happy morning, sir. I came to know this Buddha CEO only last 15 days before and registered and been following it. I've been going through the meditation past 5 years. Actually, I am transforming the stutters and stammers to come out of the problem of their fluency in talking. In that angle, I like to get clarification on how to overcome the fear through the meditation. Any particular methodology are there? And another point I want to highlight is that I was a perfectionist for past 40 years. And past couple of years before, I came to know that perfection is a myth and is an illusion. We should not take it as it. Anything is to be perfect. So as it comes, we have to accept and move on and progress. That is our methodology. And I have been following for the past couple of years, and I am able to achieve many things and able to turn around the other people towards me. And my question is that how to overcome the fear on point of stuttering and stammering through any type of meditation, what you recommend, sir, please?
The fear of what? I'm sorry, I missed that. Fear of what?
Normally, stutters and stammers used to stammer when they speak out the words. Are you aware?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. You know,
when they
this
talk
simple this meditation that we're practicing will make us complete the way we are, just the way we are. When we start experiencing in an everyday meditation that connection, the wholeness, that field, it starts helping us to feel complete just the way we are, no matter what is that we have. Why do you have fears? Fear of looking bad, fear of losing, right? Fear of poor health, fear of death. There are all kinds of fears are there. Fear of getting judged by somebody. Now they're all are there more external oriented or survival oriented. About survival. Either about survival it's all about externally facing from the people around, the environment around, because the environment, we must have had some experience from the past. Now, meditation will help us experience this whole, and over a period of time, we start seeing that I'm complete by myself and my life, me. It will make us look inward to gain that strength that I'm complete by myself, because I am this whole, I'm not just tiny myself, branded by the environment as me, with, this less skill and this less thing and this and that and all that. All of them will drop. And so the more you practice it, and then the more you understand this with enough knowledge, that's why you give these books. There's personal experiences of many people who have ultimately concluded that it's what it is. With case studies of others are saying. And so then we start feeling happy for no reason. We start loving ourselves. And when we do that, and we stop worrying about survival. We start coming into a fundamental understanding that I'm taken care, my thoughts create reality, so I create things and I can easily go away from the survival thinking. So when all this happen, automatically the fears keep dropping. So meditation will naturally drop your fears. You don't have to do anything. You have to continue to practice and then do what we are saying is to increase your knowledge, to increase the understanding that we're complete by ourselves and everything can be created through our own thought and feeling. Two statements. And when we practice these two, and then meditation will give you the strength to understand them and then practice them, that you're complete by ourselves. So you don't need any validation. We don't need any validation, complete by ourselves. Starts from there. And then second, if we feel anything that we want to get into our life, then we can create through a thought and feeling and imagination, our intentions, whatever that may be. And so then when you are empowered with that statement, and so then we will lose any fear that we may have. Third thing, of course, we'll understand is that life continuity. When we read scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, many spiritual science books, then we start slowly understanding that death is only in passing stage and impermanent. And so then we lose that fear also. There are three things. And of course, then we stop worrying about, we start doing things again, things that we thought are too dangerous or too difficult and stuff like that. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks.
This practice is meditation. When did you use this first time you're coming into this?
Yes, sir. First time I'm coming. For past 1 week I've been there. First time.
1 week. Yes, just do
but
it.
I'm doing meditation for past 5 years, and I am transforming the other people. That is the different people I'm looking up. They are in the fear of rejection, fear of others' judgment. This is the main thing they are focusing. So I want to get out of the issues for others.
For anything that we want to have, we have to have a clarity of why we need it. We have to have a clarity of why we need what we want. If there is a reason to have something, then we can put it into a manifestation process.
Yes, manifestations and affirmation.
If there is a reason to have something, if we have clarity that why I want something, if somebody may be stammering, but it's not stopping them from experiencing the life anyway, that doesn't matter. But a stammering is stopping them from experiencing their life, and they really want to do something, but the stammering is stopping them, and they can heal easily that part by visualizing that experience they want to have. We'll learn that process next week. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
If there is a reason to look for, that means you have certain experience you want to have in your life, and you can put them into a manifestation of realization. And if that requires the stammering to heal, it'll happen. It's like that. There's no reason. Just want to be better, just want to be perfect. I just want my leg to be more perfect, my teeth to be more better. But there's no reason, then just wasting your energy. Unless we are driving up enough experience around that thing that we want, generally it doesn't happen. It's not necessary. That's how the creation is.
So,
Yes, thank you.
yeah, we have Mr. Manish. Please unmute yourself, sir.
I think we passed the time. Okay, let's just do these two, madam, quickly. Yes.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Can I go forward?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Mr. Manish.
Hello, Namaste, Chandra sir. And namaskar to all my fellow meditators. I am from Nepal. I'm Manish. I just have two quick questions regarding feelings. You said we have to live with our feelings and we have to express our feelings. Does that statement applies to all the high frequency feelings, emotions, or the low frequency emotions, such as like hate, anger, guilt, sadness, resentment? Should we express those things? Doesn't expressing those feelings gonna attract more feelings, because we are putting that energy in that low vibration feelings? And the second question is, should we interpret, label, analyze, or so just we understand the meditation experience, or just to be with that experience after meditation? So that are the two questions that I have.
So meditation experiences, don't label them. If the experience gives you certain understanding instantaneously, then you take that. It gives you, this is this particular event is telling me to become a little more careful in my next time when I write a document. So do that, right? If it tells you something, do it. Otherwise, it's okay. And if you feel curious about it, you document it. Okay. You document your experience. Maybe after 3 months later, a series of them together might give you something of why it is coming to you. Okay. So it's like if you are going through a newspaper, you suddenly find some clipping is interesting to you. You make a clipping out of it, right? You don't know what's going to be useful for, just keep it. Isn't it? We do it. Only to realize that, sometime later, somebody is telling you and say, go back and look at it. Sometimes it happens. So it's like that. You have an experience that you're curious about, you want to curious about, just write it if you don't understand it. Okay, it's like that. The second part is feelings. Regularly meditate, regularly improve your understanding, knowledge, right? Regularly understand the knowledge. So, for example, is it good to go and regret, feel bad about something that happened? It's not good. It's not good for the body, right? Not good for the body. Now, how will you learn it? You have to understand that it's not good for the body, and so the moment you understand it, automatically you stop doing it over a period of time. Over a period of time, it slowly goes away. When you know that it's not good for the body, to go back and relieve a low emotion, then you will slowly go away from it. You will go away from it. I'm saying where you express your emotion is whatever that you want to, when you're interacting with anybody or yourself, if you have to, rather than holding it inside you, if you can shift into higher emotion. If you're aware, when you have meditation, you can shift into a higher emotion. Suppose suddenly a old memory is coming to you, and so then knowing about it, and so if you're aware, and if you have awareness, then you shift into higher emotion, right? What is shift into higher emotion? Go for a walk. So automatically you go into a more calm mode, into your nature, right? If you are feeling, or you call up a friend and then talk to the friend who is a meditator. Friend gives you some, comforting words. I sit down to meditation and do heart elevation. There are higher emotions to take you. But when I said express your feelings, don't try to suppress when you want to say or do something. That's what I'm trying to say. But if you know there is a better response to it, and so then do that response, right? But it requires awareness, it requires extra understanding. And so change your emotion at that point to a higher emotion. Okay. I don't know if I answered your questions. If I answer the question.
I've been meditating for past 1.5 months, sir. I've joined just program of Buddha Shiva by Pradeep sir and Reswa ma'am. And immediately in April 23rd, it finished, and I have joined April 24th this Infinity program. So I'm developing awareness towards my thoughts, towards my feeling, but I'm not just transferring those feelings, just like the feeling, because we are we are continuously conditioned by our environment, by other people, by circumstances. So the anger, the hate, jealousy, they are inevitable, or in some case they are not the things that we cannot stay away from. But I'm aware of those things that they are coming, but I'm just being with those feelings. Okay, there is the hate, there is the anger, there is jealousy, but I am not able to transcend it into the higher emotion. So how do I do? I'm just visualizing. Sometimes 3 days back, I had a meeting in my office, and I had these speaking issues and anxiety issues. So I just thought that something was running through my body while I was making presentation. The time was coming for the presentation. I was aware that something is moving through my body that is causing me discomfort, and I thought that it was fear of the presentation. So I visualized that I'm giving presentation in a very good way. Everyone is appreciating my presentation. I'm speaking well, and after all, we are all having a great cup of tea with all the members of the presentation. So that gave me a sense of liberation, a sense of upliftment. So I thought, is mental activity enough to transcend the emotions, or does it require the physical activities to transfer the emotions too? So if
this is good. This is good. What you got is with awareness. Before this, you would have just went off and then gone into that negative state.
I would like to add one thing, sir. While I was making presentation slides, and continuously my mind was chattering that what will happen, what if my presentation will not get appreciated. I was just aware that something is going through my body. I didn't label that as a fear. I didn't label that as a bad experience or good experience. I thought something was inside moving me from feet to my head. Something was going, just like spinning up. So I didn't label it.
Yes.
After the presentation, I thought, oh, that was the fear.
Got it. So this is called awareness. And so you build awareness over a period of time. Now during the presentation, we had these thoughts, but in gradually over a period of time where you understand that you start becoming so positive that these fears will go. As the fears drop, those thoughts will go away. The fears drop and say, okay, I'm going in and doing my best. And so that's it. There is no more fears that coming in. Then you go into your flow. And so the best keeps coming out. You experience one time, you feel good. So second time you go with the same confidence, you feel more good. And so that'll be the beginning of installing a confident response to the same meetings that otherwise were very fearful before. But it's going to take a few iterations. It's the first time and the second time and third time. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you. So thank you, friends. So we'll circle back tomorrow again. Thank you, Namta Madam. Tomorrow onwards, we will look to end as much by 8 a.m., Namta Madam. We can take the madams next day. Okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I claim it. It is mine. I can have it. I deserve it. I am it. It's my time. Break it on down. Anything I want, anything I desire, anything that brings me to my highest good. Anything I want, anything I desire, anything that brings me to my highest good. I release and let go. I accept what is mine. I can have what I want, and let spirit direct the flow. Life is good. Life is fun. Life is great.
Thank you, dear friends and masters, for joining. See you tomorrow. Have a great day, great night.